This video better inspire you. This better motivate you because this is how a guy named Prad started with absolutely zero experience and knowledge in running an AI agency. And within less than 30 days, in 3 weeks, he closed a client for $4,000. $4,000. And in this video, you're going to see his story from his perspective. He's going to be talking to Nick, my business partner, explaining how he went from where he was with zero knowledge, zero experience, zero clients closed to where he is now with a $4,000 client close. He's speaking to a ton of qualified prospects who are wanting to work with him and how he's planning to collect $180,000 in the next 6 months. So let's get right into it. So hopefully this inspires you and motivates you to do the same thing. And look, if you do want to work with us, click the link down below and we can get started helping you get to the same position and then scale beyond to the 10K, 20, 50K a month mark. So let's get right into this so you can see how Prad got to this point.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to a very special video with a very special person. I'm just gonna call him Prad because I always butcher the pronunciation. So hopefully you're okay with that, man. I know I kind of
Yeah.
gave you that nickname, but so we're here with Prad. He's one of our partners, and this is just gonna be a video where we're gonna find out what it is that he does, what he has been doing, and how he's found the experience working as an Insight AI partner. So yeah, man, first thing that I
Right.
want to start off with is kind of your experience before you started with us and kind of the transition to what made you want to work with us and what was that final deciding factor.
Okay, cool. So previously, I was in the e-commerce space where I've been building out a supplement brand actually, and it was in the process of building, but it was something like I felt that it's just tough niche or tough space where I could bring in a lot of revenue and close like paying like high ticket prices and everything. So that's where I I was looking out for another niches or another kind of business models that are where I can bring in a lot of revenue with a higher percentage. And that would be most likely possible in software industry only. That's what I believe. And one day I was just, scrolling and I saw your $17 ad where you were selling either VSLs and funnels actually. So from there, I got to know that your brand is Insight AI, and I was like, I was literally digging deeper on, where your website is, and I just directly booked a call with you guys, and I started with you as a partner a month ago, right? So since then, I was getting like a complete support from you guys because due to that only, I was able to close my first $4,000 client within just 3 weeks since I started integrating all of this stuff into my, into my knowledge and as well as in my expertise as well. So yeah, I was getting a dedicated friends of this Nigel, who was with me throughout the journey until now, and of course he's going to be there in the future as well. But yeah, he was there to support me, and even if there's some technical questions, and as well as the support that you guys give every day with calls, that is something like very crazy, which no one would actually give any business owner or any person or any license owner would do it, give it out as license holders or partners actually. So yeah, that is something where I was really impressed, and that's the reason I could do it so fast.
Awesome. So you mentioned within 3 weeks you closed your first 4K deal, 4K client, and obviously many more to come. Um, what do you think? So obviously you mentioned the daily calls and the support, but what do you think specifically, whether that be the content inside those calls or the software that you're selling or the infrastructure, what do you think was the biggest motivator and the changing point that almost, all of your previous experience and what you've had in the different spaces, you weren't as successful? What do you think made it so that within 3 weeks you instantly saw the most success that you've ever seen in your entire business journey? Specifically with Insight, what did we help you with that was the game changer?
Yeah, it's basically the knowledge when it comes to about the knowledge that you guys gave us because you guys built out and gave us the content in such a way that we'll know A to Z about the business, like what building out, knowing about the platform and knowing about the industry, to choose the pick the niche and as well as, when it comes to pricing structure as well from A to Z, and even how to go on with the sales calls as well, like where even there's an in-depth process that you guys have taught us, like either it could be rapport building, discovery, pitching, how to pitch, objection handling, and as well as closing, how confidently should we close. So I feel the main game changer that I had from you guys was the content that you gave because it was it was helpful for us to, know about the industry from A to Z exactly in order to how to, build out AI infrastructure to as well as how to close a client and as well as how to take this onboarding process so smoothly as well as possible. So yeah, I
Awesome,
believe
awesome,
that
awesome.
was
That's
that.
great. That's great to hear. So I want you to kind of put yourself in the position of maybe you 3 weeks ago, or somebody who'd be interested in committing, but they're right on the edge. They don't know yet. They don't want to commit to it. They maybe are scared to start the business. They're scared to maybe invest in consulting or in mentorship or in access to the platform because maybe they've been burned in the past. What would you say to that person or to yourself if you could go back in time and kind of act quicker?
I would say honestly, just directly jump in because right now I'm so confident because closing a $4,000 deal or making $4,000 money within just 3 weeks of starting out this new business, which I have completely no idea about, is not done easy in the business that I've done in the past. It could be e-commerce, any kind of business that I've done in the past as well. So I feel like to the new starters who are looking to be as a licensed partner of Insight AI or even in peak in this industry, I would directly, I'd suggest them to just jump into this because this is such a beautiful industry, and as well as especially being as a licensed partner of Insight AI would be beneficial because no, no AI infrastructure company probably wouldn't give the support or the knowledge that Insight AI, which you guys are giving, because we are able to get complete A to C knowledge of how to, start the business till the end of how to close the client as well and how to fulfill to them as well, which you guys are going to take care of. But yeah, at the end of the day, that is the thing. And I would suggest everyone to just directly jump in without any hesitation. That's for sure. I'm very confident
Awesome,
about that.
awesome, awesome. And then a couple more, just specifically about the process itself. So right now, obviously, as you know, if you're clicking on this video and you're unaware, basically what Prad and what Insight sell is a conversational AI. So it's a phone calling AI. Now, in your opinion, Prad, how do you find the process of the learning curve? Because a lot of people who are jumping into this are scared that they don't know how to build an agent, they're not tech savvy, they don't know how to code. How do you find the fulfillment process that we have in place with our solutions engineer to
Mhm.
help with that learning curve of work? How do you find that? Do you think it's helpful in terms of the learning process itself? Obviously, in order to sell, you need to understand the product, but building it out is a complete different thing. How do you find
Mhm.
that? Obviously, we're in the middle of a build right now. How have you been
Yeah.
finding that the ease, the cut on the learning curve and that fulfillment process?
Okay. So when it comes to the fulfillment process, I completely say that it's like we don't have to do anything. We just got to close the clients and we have to give the details where you guys are going to take care of it and you guys are going to build it out in such a way that where we don't even have a need to give that support to the customer or our clients even in the future as well, even though we include the 24/7 offer of giving out the support. But it is something like you guys are building out and doing the fulfillment in such a way that it's completely perfect and customized according to the client's industry and the requirement. So I believe that that's something like a game changer. Even when a client would come on to us, they would be satisfied for sure, for 100%, with the results that they're going to get and with the AI infrastructure that they're going to get as well. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome, man. So just gonna finish off with this last question. So if you had to set a goal, obviously we speak, but if you had to set a goal right now, so we can go back to that time in the future, now that you've had the confidence of signing your first deal, which is honestly the biggest mental blocker, the knowledge, the systems, the fulfillment. What is your goal and in what timeline, let's say in the next 3 months, in terms of revenue in the business? That way we can come back in 3 months. We can see if you're there. We can see if you've exceeded your goal, do an update and see where you're at.
Yeah. So possibly I was able to do all of this within just 3 weeks, and I have complete knowledge on how exactly to close clients in the future as well. So I'm confident enough that in 3 months I can make around 180K to 200K. That is
Oh
what I'm
wow.
believing in. Yeah.
Awesome, man. I love that. That's a bold goal, but I love to see it. 60K a month. So awesome. Thank you very much, Prad, for hopping on this call. I appreciate your time
Yeah.
yeah, if you're looking to be our next testimonial, we'll have a link in the description where you can book a call and get started. Just like Prad did, completely free, no commitments. So yeah, take care. Thank you a lot, man. And we'll
Yep.
see you
Sure,
again in
Nick.
3 months. 100K, 180K. So
Yep. Let's do it.
awesome.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right, let's
confident
do
of
it.
of that. Yep.
Let's do it,
Yep.
man.
Let's do
All
it.
right, take care, everybody. Bye bye.